Arizona home prices are sliding harder than you think. So here's the reason why. Okay, welcome back everyone to my market update. In this episode, we are going to talk about the downtrend of home prices in Arizona, in Phoenix, Arizona, and it's actually going really bad right now. We also going to show you the result of the Case-Shiller reports for Phoenix, area. We are also going to talk about supply and demand, what the comparison, what the difference right now, okay? And of course, more and more detailed information about home uh, Arizona housing market as of today. With that, let's dive right into the information. Okay, so everyone, this is the information about home prices. As you see right here, the across the greater Phoenix area, including Phoenix and other cities around Phoenix, right? Prices are slipping. That's we already know. Okay, the average price per square foot is about 2.4% negative 2.4% compared to the previous months. Home under contract show almost flat. Okay, so this one is an active listing. So that means the seller confidence already dropped. Normally, active listing is just the beginning, right? When they go under contract, it may change. And this change is about the same when they go under contract. When they close listing, it's another change. And this one already dropped 1.7% per square feet. Okay. The median sale price of the entire Phoenix metro area is moving from 451,000 to about 449,500. Okay, none of this suggests that even though it's actually go down, right? And a lot of you thinking that the price is doesn't change much, but it's actually go down. However, though, the good things about this is that it doesn't create the panic mode yet, okay? Because this one is just only one data point, and then the direction is not so clear. The buyers hold more power. um, we can see that the buyer has more power than they have in years. Okay, they have a lot of negotiation in a lot of cities across Phoenix metro area. Okay, and as we enter the third quarter, today is the last day of the second quarter, and tomorrow is the third day of the quarter of the third quarter. Okay, historically the quickest time of the year for prices, so we unlikely see this trend reverse very quickly. So obviously, here's some back and forth information, right? Number one, the home price, the median sold price already dropped about $1,000. Okay, so not much. We know that the buyer has more negotiation power in today's market, and we're expecting in the third quarter the home price going to go down even more because right, the third quarter is normally already the slowest months of Phoenix market, of Arizona housing market. Okay, next information that I want to provide to you is the supply and the demand. Okay, we know for sure that the supply is holding steady. Okay, it doesn't change, it doesn't go up much, but it doesn't go down neither. That's the bad side, right? Active listing has stopped climbing for now. Okay, and that means there's no more rushing onto the market, and that's another signal, that's another indication that we will not have a crash in today's market because we don't see the rush in listing the house on the market. Okay. um, what about the demand? Okay, the demand drifting lower. Okay, buyers have, that means the remaining buyer is going to have more pick than whoever left the market, right? Across the valley, sellers are having to negotiate on price, repairs, upgrades just to close the deal. So if you are selling on today market and you are so stubborn about the price, about the repairs, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to close on the deal because the house, I mean, unless you have some certain, um, you know, uh, nice features, special criteria, then you are able to get the deal closed. But if it is a typical house, in the neighborhood, if you're not willing to negotiate, if you're not willing to repair the house, it's going to be really difficult, challenging for you. All right. CMI. All right. So CMI, the Comfort Market Index. Okay. We're looking at 17 cities across Phoenix area, and we have about negative 2.7. That's the same number compared to the previous week. Okay. Only one city is actually improved towards seller, and that is Paradise Valley, which has about 15% increase. Mostly is a high-end listing. As you know, Paradise Valley is for luxury home, and we're talking about high-end millions and millions of dollars. Okay, being pulled off the market for some. Okay, 16%. Oh, the not another reason is that because this area generally, like people in that area or across the valley, they tend to go on vacation on holidays, and therefore not a lot of listings available on the market. 16 cities declines. Okay, with Buckeye is -8%, Carlton Hill, Phoenix -6%, which is the worst performance. Right. Currently, we have two sellers market only. Last week we have three. This week we only have two, and one is very weak. 7 is the balance market, and 9 is in the buyer's market. Okay. Some of the secondary market places like Arizona City, Casa Grande, Gold Canyon, Lavine, Litchfield Park, Sun City West, and Sun Lakes are firmly in the buyer's market territory. Okay. Those are very far away, not a lot of demand, and now with the listing doesn't go down, that's the indication of a very strong buyer's market. Okay. On the flip side, we see that Anthem, Apache Junction, El Mirage, Tolleson remains in a seller market. Surprise, right? Because those are the area that like growing. Okay, a lot of jobs, and the home price is actually still very cheap compared to other area in the Phoenix area. Okay. Uh, all right. Condo and townhouse. This one we already talked about that many times, but this one we're gonna talk again. We're still seeing that condo and townhouse has the worst and the worst performance in today's market, right? It's mainly because of the HOA fee and the insurance fee are making it very less attractive. Condo and townhouse typically have the HOA about $200 or $300 a month. Okay, so very expensive. Sellers are seeing low listing success rate, 54% if you remember, and a lot of price cuts in condo and townhouse market. Right. So thank you so much everyone for watching. And what happened next? Okay, some key takeaway for the buyers. This one is gonna be one of the best markets in years to push for price, for repairs, for upgrades, okay, or even the mortgage rate buy down. So this is plenty of inventory, and sellers are super motivated to move forward. Okay, sellers understands the power dynamic has shifted. Okay, you're no longer in a seller's market, and you no longer be able to sell the house within 1 second. It takes time. It takes negotiation. Be flexible, and also make sure that you price correctly on the house. Thank you so much, everyone. Feel free to scan the QR code right here to watch the full market update on my website. Thank you and have a great day. Bye bye.